Stick. Shout out there. Hey, yo, I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been in bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffin. If you play up that Glock like back the fuck up on me, nigga. You heard it, and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that back, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, hold the real, going undefeated just like OJ. No, I gotta keep that little rascal in case the dog fake. Shorty called me, said she need that spank. I said, okay. I live by example, they are not a factor. You was not a queen, hoe, and we ain't the back grandma. 144, who they send it, get the answers. I'm sicker than that cancer, I'm quick to get them bands up. I don't know why they keep on playing with me. Who the one they said they give me? Miss Glizzy with me. If that bitch so good, they like, who made the chili? Now they won't reconsider. Guessing I'm the one tripping. Drop the truth like cat whips. Could do the dough like pivot. I'm always trying to flip my penny. Busy, I'm a big minute. Get that dough like Mr. Sims. Listen, nigga, we back to you. I just left Atlanta. I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been in bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffin. If you play, I put that Glock like back the fuck up on me, nigga. You heard it, and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that back, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, on the run, going undefeated just like OJ. Niggas here, yeah, what about it? I know about it, they can't stop it, they worry about it. Niggas fake, they ain't stopping, no, I got it, I'm all about it. Niggas mad, they can't take it. Niggas know they can't face it. She said, who he think he is? Right now, I look like God, baby. Standing on that block, baby. Wake up on their top, baby. Screaming, fuck the free world like Cheddar Bar. Busy man, bitch, I'm always on my job. Jump the out, got some meat and hit my Gator Rigo charge. See me throw that one up in the air like I'm E.T. They know they can't beat me. I can't get this game for free. Damn right, if you be care, I'll show you how to be a G. Long way from D.C. We was down to A&T. I ain't had them triple stack pills like a GNC. We was getting to it, but we still ain't gon' pay the fee. Who me? I was pumping gas like the BP. About to blow like TNT. Let me put my shit on DNA. Like coward shit, I can't be. I'm a long way from being me. Me and bro was laying in your shit before the B&B. The Waffle House with y'all steaking eggs with the sweet tea. Glock on my left, cause I ain't going out like P&B. I just left Atlanta, I said I'll be back in August. The way I go to work, I've been in bitch, I need an office. Pussy so good, should've put it in my coffee. Play up that Glock like back the fuck up on me, nigga. You heard it, and I can see it in his face. Time to bring that back, my shit raw. I'ma bust their head no matter what I play. I'ma take the word, you get that bread, bitch. What I say, on the run, going undefeated just like OJ.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushai brought the thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Thumb Bashem Yahushai to all the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Commandant holding it down for the Lashawan Qadash. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out in 1 West, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth, defending the truth, and saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Today, like every Friday, is the Lashawan Qadash. This is the class that's going to get you set up for the Sabbath service. We're going to go into Genesis. Today, we're going into Genesis, so like we're covering Genesis, the 21st chapter, 26th verse through the 23rd chapter, 16th verse. But we're going to go into the 22nd verse. And this is a story that everybody pretty much is familiar with, right? But first, we're going to go into the characters. We're going to get into the characters in both the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew, right? This is what the ancient Hebrew would look like, these characters here. And when you start to get familiar with these characters, you will learn that that's a la, that's a sha, that's a wa, and a na, right? And when you sound this off, it'll say la, sha, wan, right? Lashawan, which we have here, Lashawan. The wa and the na come together. So we have these connectors, right? These connectors identify the character if it's read on its own or if two characters come together, right? So we have Qadash, Qadash. So we have here Qadash, right? Same thing. Just because the characters look different in the Assyrian, you will still pronounce them the same way. Lashawan Qadash, right? So what does Lashawan Qadash translates to in the English? It will translate to Lashawan is tongue. It's the moving of the tongue, the like the babble of the tongue, which creates language, right? So it's language, and Qadash is holy. Holy in the Hebrew stands for, holy in the Hebrew means separate or set apart, right? So it's a language given to Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans by the Most High Power that is separate and set apart from the heathen, right? So we're gonna go into the characters. Try to do it as fast as I can. Salakia. We're gonna keep it rocking like that. So like an ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, cha. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, qua, ra, sha, tha. That's in the ancient Hebrew. Now we're gonna do the Assyrian. Va, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka. La, Ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza. So lock is going to the side. Qua, ra, sha, shafa. So I'm gonna do the again. They all have the same pronunciations. We're gonna pronounce them out loud. A, ba, ga, da, ha, za. So like a ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, wa, ra, sha, tha. That's 22 characters in the ancient. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, ta, za, wa, ra, sha, tha. And that's 27 characters in the Assyrian. I'm going to underline these 5 characters that have a double character. And the reason why is because these characters that I'm underlining, these characters are you will see only in the beginning or in middle of a word. So that's the characters underlined in the blue, and the characters underlined in the red are characters that you will only see at the end of a word. Right? So again, the ka, the ma, the na, the pa, and taza are double characters in the Assyrian. The characters with the blue underline, again, you will only see in the beginning or the middle of a word. The characters with the red underline, you will only see at the end of a word. Now, I will give you an example. I'm going to erase this. For example, we have the word, I'm going to just give you a simple one, which is Khan. Right? Khan means yes. Right? So Khan is, I'm going to write it in the Syrian, right? Because that's what you see the double character. So it's Ka and the Na. Right? Khan. Khan. Right? So you have the Ka. Right? So the Ka is a double character. And the Na is also a double character. Right? So you have the Ka right? And then you have the na. And you have the na. So that's a double character here. In the beginning of the word, you have the underline in the blue character. At the end of a word, you have the red underline character. So that's one, kan. And then we have, let's say, malak. Malak is another word that has double characters, which is malak, and it means king. All right, so malak, it is so like, all right, malak. You have the ma as a double character, right? So you have, and then we have the ka. This is just to help you understand what I mean, right? When you will see the blue underlined character, which always is going to come in the beginning or the middle of a word, and the red character, so like the red underlined character is always going to come at the end of a word. So right here we have malak, we have the ma, which is the blue underline, because that's the ma that you will see in the beginning of a word, and then we have the ka, right? Because in kan we have this ka, the blue underline, and then we have ka here at the end, which is the red underline, right? So these are just examples, real simple examples to help you understand what I mean when you'll see blue underline characters in the beginning of a word, so like in the beginning or middle of a word, and then the red underline characters at the end of a word. Of course, you will not see the underlines when you're reading it in the Torah. Let me erase this, and we're gonna go into Genesis, the 22nd chapter. Shalom to the brothers and sisters tapping in the water. If you guys could drop a like and also share the stream, Baba Kasha. So Genesis, the 22nd chapter, and the first verse. So like, let me count. We're gonna do we're gonna start at verse 1. 22 and 1. There's Ya, Yahaya, and it came to pass. And it came to pass a car after, a car after. Ha, the barium, things. These, like these, waha, waha, alahayim, God, nasa, ditem, ditem, a, ab, Abraham, Abraham, wa, waya, Amar, and said, Alya, Alyawa, said unto him, Alyawa, Abraham, Abraham, Abraham. Wa Ya Omar. And he said, Ananya. I behold. So that's the verse right there in the Hebrew. I'm going to read it in the English. Genesis 22:1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. In the Hebrew, it is Waya, Haya, Akar, Ha, Hadabaryam, Hadabaryam. So I'm going to read it and then I'm going to go into letting you know the root words and what it means, right? So Hadabaryam, Ha, Allah, Waha, Alahayam, Nasa, Abraham, Waya Omar, Alaya, so like Alayawa, Abraham, so like a Waya Omar, Hananya. So so we have Wa means and let me help you out identify. So this is a preposition, or it's like a suffix. A prefix, and so Wa Yahaya. And the root word is Haya, which means to come to pass, exist, happen, to be, right? Wa, ya, haya. So so like in, it came to pass. A car. So a car, the biblical usage is as a preposition. So like it is a behind, after, right? After a time. So behind, after a place, after of time. Right? So after Hadabarium, so the bar is the root word. And the barium, so like the bar means to is a speech, word, speaking, thing. Right? So most of the time when you hear the bar, it'll say wayab the bar. Right? You'll hear that a lot in the scriptures, wayab the bar. Most of the times it'll say it'll mean word, right? It'll say like hear ye the word, right? So but here it means things, right? What makes it things? The yum. Yum is a, let me use a different marker. The yum is a possessive to means plural, right? That's what you have the S here. Things. Ha the bar yum. So the bar yum is things. Ha Allah. So from the root word is Allah, and it means these, right? Ha Allah, these. Waha Alahayim. So it means right, that God Nasa is to test, try, prove, tempt, to put to the proof or test. Right? Did tempt Nasa Abraham, right? That's Abraham. Waya Amar. So wa is a preposition. It means and. Amar is said. I'm gonna give you other. So the root word here, Amar, Waya Amar, but the root word is Amar is to say, speak, utter, and said. And said, Alawaya. And the root word is ow. Ow is to, toward, unto. Ow. Ow ya wa. And the wa is a salakia. Let me get my notes. My notes over here. Right? The wa is a possessive to mean his, he, him. Right? And said unto him. So ow means unto. Let me circle that with the blue. We already used that for the plural. This is a possessive to mean him. Al Yahweh. Abraham, right? This is after Abraham because his name was Abram. Then he got his name changed to Abraham. Waya Amar, again. Wa means and. Oh, and Salakia in the Ya, because we have the Ya as a preposition means he, right? And he said. So Amar is to say, utter. What's the other one? To say, utter. So let me circle this and I'm gonna just circle it in the black. This is a preposition. He. Waya and he, Amar, said. So Amar again means to say, speak, utter. And he said, Hananya. Hananya. And the root word is Hana. Hana is behold, see, lo, hear I. Right? Behold, see, lo, hear I. Right? Behold, I, meaning here I am. Right? So here, the Most High is tempting Abraham. Now, how does the Lord tempt? How does the Lord tempt us? If anybody, if Nathabalam, if you are on the live stream, if you can answer this, or if the sisters want to take a shot, there's an example in the scriptures how the Lord tempts his children. Anybody watching, if y'all want to take a shot, right? Because here, Genesis 22:1, the Lord is tempting Abraham. So who does the Lord uses to tempt us? That might help you answer the question. Y'all want to take a shot at it? Put your answers in the comments. If not, no sweat. By the desire of our heart. Consists, but okay, that's why I said, who does the Lord use to tempt his children? I'm gonna give Khan got it. Anyone else wants to take a shot at it? So Abraham was faithful to the Lord, or Satan. Those are my guesses. Khan says you got it. Satan. So if you go to Job, the book of Job 1:6. Let me present this just in case you guys are don't have a Bible at hand. We're going to go to the book of Job. Let me get the scripture. One and 6, because you have people who don't believe in the Bible, and they'll say, why did the Lord tempt Abraham to kill to sacrifice his son? Why? But they don't know the Bible. So if we go, let me present. Go to King James Bible.org. What did the sister say? May I, how you say Genesis in Hebrew? Constance, I got you. So we have, let me make this slightly, okay, here we go. We have Job 1:6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And I'm going to highlight this just so I know what I'm reading. Oh, Salakia. Right, so there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So this is how you know that the sons of God is speaking about the angels. And Satan came also among them. So that also disproves that Satan got kicked out of the heavens, because you have Christians, and you have people that believe in the Nephilim and all this garbage, and they believe that Satan got casted out of heaven, right? But then you read in the book of Job that he's still in heaven. If he disobeyed God, why would God allow him back into heaven? If Satan had become his enemy, that is a lie. And Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro into the earth, and from walking up and down into it. So he's doing the work of the Lord. You know what I mean? His duty is to tempt God's chosen people. So he's going to and fro, walking up and down. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he had on every side, that thou bless the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land? So the point, let me drop down to but put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he had, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he had is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So just like the Lord asked Satan to tempt Job, because the scripture says that he was one that feareth God. And the Lord authorized for Satan to go and tempt Job. The same thing. Let me come off this. The same thing here, right? The Lord tempted Abraham. Just like how the Lord tempted Job, so did the Lord tempt Abraham. We're going to go back to, we're going to go to verse. Oh, Salaki, let me present this in the Blue Letter Bible. So here we have the Blue Letter Bible. Always remember, if you go to the blueletterbible.org, always unclick the show vowel points, because we don't use vowel points. No vowels exist in the ancient Hebrew. That is the oppressors bastardized. That's something that the oppressor added to the Hebrew. Then you go forward line, right? So we have wa yahaya, right? The root word is haya. When you look it up, you click this highlighted section at the bottom. It pulls it to the side. Strong's 119 and 61. 119.61. You click that, and it's gonna give you the definition, right? Was, come to pass, came, has been, where happen, become, pertained, better for thee. So like it. So right here we have to be, become, come to pass. Let's go back. Amar. So like a car. A car is after. It has more than one definition. So again, go to the word. So right. So it's after. Ha. The bar yum. After things. Right. The yum. The bar means to speak, utter things. How do you know? If you go to the word, you look at the definitions or the biblical usage. So it tells you here when is the bar is used as to reference word, it's 807 times. Thing is 231 times. Right. So it tells you. So it's speech, word, speaking, thing. So the bar yum is things. The yum makes it plural. It is a preposition. So like a possessive. It's like a suffix that makes it plural. So the ha, the bar yum, ha, Allah. The root word is Allah, these. Waha, Allahayim. That God, Nasa, temp, ah. So it's like Nasa is the word for tempt, to test, try, put to the proof, or test. So just remember, the Lord is always going to test you to see where is your loyalty. Abraham, Wa, Ya Amar. So Wa is and, Ya, Amar, and said. Al Yawa. Al Yawa, the root word is al. So Al Yawa. The Wa is again a possessive to mean him. Al is unto, so unto him. Abraham, Waya Amar, and Yah, he, Amar said, Ha Hananya. And the root word is Hana. So the Yah, Hananya as a preposition, so like as a possessive. That's one thing I didn't point out up there. Okay, so my, me. Okay, so lock it, never mind. So it means behold, lo, see. So behold, see, lo, hear I. Right, here I. Let's go back. Hananya. Here I, or behold I. So, and it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said unto him, Abraham, and he said, behold, here I am. Yeah, now we're going to go into verse 2. So, like, let me give me one quick second. Genesis 22 and 2. 22 and 2. Waya Amar. And he said, right? So that's one word that you should be able to recognize by now. Waya Amar. And he said, Qua, take, na, now, a, banka, banka, thy son, a, a, yakha, yakha, so yakha, yaka, yaka, thy only son. Yakha, yad, yaka, yaka, thy only, thy only, thy only, ashar, whom, Ahabath, Ah, Ah, Ahabath, thou lovest. Whom thou lovest, Yah, Yatazah, Yatazakwa, Yatazakwa, Yatazak, Yatazakwa, Yatazakwa, Wa, Walak, Ingit, Walak, Laka, Li, Al, yes, into, Aratazah, the land, Ha, Maraya, um, Moriah, Isaac. Get thee into the land of Moriah, Wa, Ha, Ha, an offering, did I turn this? Oh yeah, I did turn it around. So I did. offering him some there for a burnt offering. For a burnt offering I'll on Akkad one Abayam, one of the mountains, one of the mountains, Ashar, which Amar, I will tell. Which I will tell Alayka. Alayka. The so that's the whole verse. Salakia. So I'm going to read it in the Hebrew, so like in the English. Genesis 22:2. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. So this is a scripture also that you can use because you have the Arabs, right, who believe that Abraham is the father also of Ishmael. And the Arabs, the so-called Arabs, their biblical name is the Ishmaelites. Yashama'ala. No, so, it's like it. Khan, Yashamai Allah. That's Ishmael, right? They come from the lineage of Ishmael. And they believe that they have also the covenant, which is a lie. The scripture lets you know that the Lord said, and he said, take now thy son, thine only. Why does it say thine only? Because if you read the scriptures, you will know that Ishmael was Abraham's firstborn, right? As the firstborn always gets the inheritance. But the Lord said, thine only son, whom thou lovest, Isaac, right? And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land, right? And get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee of. So now we're going to read it in the Hebrew. So we have Waya Amar. Now, Wa is and, Ya. So we're going to preposition and, lock it. Ya, he, Amar is to say, utter. What's the other one? Salakia. Speak. To say, speak, utter. Right? Waya Amar, and he said, Kwach. The root word is laquach, and it means to take, get, fetch, right? So to take in hand, right? Take, quack. Na'ah is now. Right? Take now. Ath again is pertaining, what this is being said is pertaining to thy son, because Abraham has two sons. So the Ath makes it, how do you say, exclusively, only to thy son, right? Bun is son. Ka is a possessive. Let me use blue. Possessive to mean thy, because ka as a possessive means it's like a prefix. To mean your or you. So in the old English, thy is your, right? Bunka. Bunka is thy son. Ah, right? Again, talking about his, making it about his only son, and it's going to let you know who is his only son. And then we have Ya Chayadka. Ya Chayadka. So the root word is Ya Chayad. Ya Chayad is the root word. And it means only one, right? The ka is thine, right? Again, we have a ka here, which means your, thine, your. That's thine. Ya, cha, Yad Ka. Ya Kayadka. So Ya Kayad is only, the Ka makes it yours, your only, right? Thine only. Ashar, right? Ashar is whom, right? It has many usage of according to the context. Whom, Ashar, whom, Ahabath, Ahabath. So the root word is Ahab. Ahab is love, right? Ahab. So the root word here is love, Ahab. So we have the tha. Let's see the tha. So it's Ahabath. Thou lovest Ah. So who is this speaking to again? Ah makes it exclusively about Isaac. Ya Tezakah. So like it. Ya Tezak Kwa. Ya Tezak Kwa. Isaac. Ya Tezak Kwa. So like it. Ya Tezak Kwa. Wa Laka. So it's wa is a preposition to mean and laka. The root word here is yalak. So like it. Walak. So like this is walak. And the root word is yalak, which means it has different meanings, right? Which means to go, walk, come, right? In this context, is get, right? And get, walak, lock. So like a laka, the laka, ow, into, right? So ow could also be used. You'll hear it a lot as unto, right? Ow, into, arataza, land. Arataza is land, earth, right? So a land, the land, it tells you what land. Ha Maraya. Ha Maraya. So that's the land of Moriah. Ha Maraya. The land of Moriah. Wa. Waha Ila. So like a Waha Ilaha. Waha Ilaha. The root word is ilah. Allah is it has a lot of context, right? But here is being offered, right? To offer, bring up, and I'll show you this in the when I present the Blue Letter Bible, right? The when I present the Blue Letter Bible, but here is to offer, bring up of gifts, like in that context. To be offered, there you go. To be offered, right? So why is a preposition, and so we have, let me Khan, and offer him Shum. Let me go back. Shum. Where am I? Okay, Khan. So Shum is there. Shum or thither. Thither, right? So there, and offer him there. La ilah. La ilah. So the root word is ilah, and it means a whole burnt offering, or a burnt offering. And the la is a preposition or prefix to mean for. For. Ilah, burnt offering. Right? So la, ilah, for, burnt offering. Al, upon. Let me see if it has another right, upon. Akkad. Akkad is the number one. Akkad one. Ha rayam. So hard. So here, ha, haharyam. So like this is haharyam. So it's the mountain. So har is mountain. Yum makes it plural, mountains. So I circled the yum, which was plural in the other verse, to mean plural, plural more than one. So ha is a prefix or preposition that means the. Har is a root word, mountain. Haryam is mountains. Haharyam. Ashar. Ashar is which. Also means who. Which. Amar. Amar is to say, speak, utter. I will tell. right? I will say, or I will tell. Alya, alyaka. So the root word is al. So al is or you could use it in a different manner. So al is of, right? It has a different context. So the ka is the again. The ka is a possessive. It means you, your. The is an old English word, and it means your or you, right? Al is of. Al yaka. That I will tell the of. So again, I'm gonna read it in English. So this is Genesis 22:2. And he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac, which so like a whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. Right now, let me go into the to the blue letter. Again, if you go to the blue letter, you always want to uncheck the show val point. That is the bastard addition to the Hebrew. We go forward line. Forward line means that as it is written in the ancient Hebrew is how you would see it when down here. So why and Ya Amar, he said. Amar is say, speak, utter. Quack, take. Na'ah, now, ath. Bunka, bunka. So bun is son. The ka makes it thy, your son. The ka is a possessive to mean you, your. Ah, thine only, right? So ya, cha, yad, ka. The root word is ya, charyad, ya charyad, ya chayad. So ya chayad ka is the ka is thine. Yadka, so like a ya karyad is let me go just look it up. Ya karyad is only, right? Thine only ashar whom. I think this is one of the words that that has more than one manner in the let me go. It's like where is it? Ashar. So you can use it in these following manners, which, were with, because, right? So here is whom. Oh, here we go. Which, whom. So like the which, who, that which, right? So here it'll tell you it could be used in all these following manners. So, but it is a whom, a shar, Aha, so like a ahabath. The root word is ahab to means love. To mean love. Ahab is love. Ahabath is lovest. Thou lovest. Ath. Ya. Tzak. Kwa. Let me give you the definition for ath. It is a direct object maker. So I'm gonna give you the definition. So the off is a direct object maker, which indicates the direct object of some verb. So af yatazak kwa wa walak. So wa is and is a preposition or prefix, and lak comes from the root word yalak, which is get, right? So get. So you have the how many times a word is used in the context of go, walk, come, depart, away, follow, get. Get. Yalak is get. Laka, the, ow. Ow, we'll see that in the Lord's Prayer, and it means to, toward, unto. Here it means into, right? So unto, with, against, at, into. Ow, arataza. So into land. Arataza means land or earth. Ha maraya. Right. Ha maraya is maraya is the land. So wa ha'al and the root word is Allah, ilah, ha ilaha. So like it. Wa ilaha. Ilah, and it means, so this is one that I said that So it tells you, depending in the manner that is being in the context. So it's offer, like it can mean to come, to bring, ascend, right? Offering. And if you go down here, to be offered, to be offered. And offer him. Shum is the, la, ilah, again, for, la is for, ilah, offering, burnt offering. Al is unto, akkad, one, ha is the, har is mountain, but we have har yum. Har yum is mountains. Ashar, which, Amar. Amar is to say, speak, utter, right? I will tell. Al Yaka, the of, right? The is the ka as a possessive. So al is the root word. And if you look it up, so again, it tells you all the in the manners of which you can use it in the context for: unto, with, against, at, into, in, before, to, of. Right. So again, this is a precept that you can also use to let the Muslims, because that's their religion, let them know that Scripture says Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Abraham's only son, again according to Genesis 22:2, is none other than Isaac, thine only son, whom thou lovest. Right. So and then going back to the sisters question, how do you say Genesis in Hebrew? Let me look it up in my notes. Salakia. Let me just double check. So let me see if I can find it in my notes, sis. If not, I might have to answer your question next week. Just bear with me. Have patience. Let me see if I can find it in my notes. If it's not in my phone notes, I know I have it in my book notes. Let's see. Salaka says, I just want to double check. I don't have my notes in my book where I have all the books written down in the Hebrew. I just want to since we on live, I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. Right, so I'm gonna have to get with you next week. I'm gonna remember your question, and that'll be one of the. I'll answer that question before I start my class. So I do have the translation. I mean, so like the ancient Hebrew of Genesis, but I just want to double check with my notes right before I tell you what it is. I don't want to write it down, and then next week, I'm gonna have to say Salakasis. This is actually how you say it. So I'm gonna get back with you on it. I'm gonna double check my notes because that's what we do in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. We just double check and so I could clear it off and make sure that that's what it is. But with that, the water for tuning in. Keep supporting the truth. I'm gonna get these security announcements. Where I got the security announcements. Oh, here we go. Security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There was another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. So like it means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asharat. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The upcoming holy convocation is the feast. So like it is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets, which is October 2nd. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, war scarf. And also a reminder, that this month, starting the 26th of September, right, which is a Thursday, we're going to have scripture breakdown. Friday, we're going to have camp. Saturday is the barbecue, the California annual barbecue, and Sunday, I believe, is going to be like an open day. And in between those days, we're gonna have functions, right? We're gonna step out, you know what I mean? So come down to California. If you follow us on Facebook, just tune in for the itinerary, right? And if you can make it, Lord allow, we'll see you there. And with that, class dismissed.